apologize for the jiggling, but you are watching a live picture from MSNBC of a helicopter that has landed in front of the White House. As you probably know, the President and the First Lady, along with his close aide, Hope Hicks, all three have been tested, and they tested positive for the coronavirus. What we've just found out is that the President will be going towards Walter Reed Hospital, they said, as a precautionary measure Now, it has been reported that both the President and the First Lady have been dealing with what they called a low-grade fever. Now, we don't know if that is, what level of seriousness it is, but they're waiting for the President to come out. Sorry about that. And board the helicopter, fly to Walter Reed Hospital, where the White House says he will stay for a few days as a precautionary measure. Let us hope that is all that is. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this out, and we're going to bring up the sound here so you can hear people whose manner of speaking is a hell of a lot better than mine.
Need more information about the president's health. There are people inside this White House who understand that the president has to go out and be seen at some point, and we're maybe going to see that here in a few minutes as he walks outside and boards Marine One. But just a lot of anxiety inside this White House. Here we are 32 days from Election Day, and the president himself is now the biggest symbol of his own failures to contain this pandemic. And beyond the politics of it, this is a president who may be very sick or could get sicker. And so really just adding to the anxiety inside the White House and really all across the country as we watch what's going on and try to get answers from more of our sources inside. But it has been hard to reach people today because just of the frantic situation there and all the chaos and all the concern for people personally, not just the politics, who are trying to get tested, trying to figure out if they may have been exposed.
Eli, you've given voice to a lot of what I have heard for the last maybe 16 hours, starting with the breaking news about Hope Hicks. Let me just go over some of the rooms that people now know to be, as you said, they're not just positive. These are people who are sick. Hope Hicks, I understand, to be pretty sick. She was in a room with everyone prepping the president for the debate with Chris Christie, Rudy Giuliani, Mark Meadows, the two Mr. Millers, and others. You've got this Supreme Court nominee announcement on Saturday where the president of Notre Dame and Donald Trump, two people who are now sick with COVID, were present, and Mike Lee also there. There's lots of video on the internet and that I've seen today of people that are now sick with COVID hugging other people, not wearing masks, not social distancing. And this is a group of people associated with the president who has been so scornful of science and scientists, who mocked Joe Biden for wearing a mask Tuesday night, said, oh, this guy, everywhere he goes, he's got a mask on that's so big. Everyone wants Donald Trump to recover quickly and make his way back to the campaign trail, but he is now one of the 7.
Let me just point out, because we have new people coming in, Donald Trump is headed towards Walter Reed Hospital. The folks at the White House say this is only precautionary, but we shall see.
About the things that were required, framing this as an either or between economic health and physical health, and saying that we've got to open the states, and anybody who was, side coming down and prioritizing public health was doing it for political reasons. I mean, just yesterday, the president recorded a speech for the Al Smith Catholic Charities Dinner in New York, the annual event. And in that speech, he said on tape that the worst of the pandemic was pretty much over. Hours later, he's tweeting only after a reporter, Jen Jacobs at Bloomberg, scooped the fact that Hope Hicks had tested positive. Only after that did the president reveal his own diagnosis. But again, the White House has not answered questions about the timeline here. We don't know who else may have been exposed, how early the president was feeling symptoms. I've talked to people who thought that he was a little bit lethargic Wednesday night in Duluth, Minnesota, at his rally. That's a rally. I know it was cold there. I know he had a government funding bill at the time when he came home, but he was only on stage for 45 minutes that night, and he appeared to some people who were on the plane with him to be more tired than normal. So we just don't know when these symptoms first came on for the president. There's so many questions that we're trying to get answered here, but obviously, this is the result of a president who did not take the health precautions all that seriously, who, as you pointed out, scored Joe Biden on the debate stage Tuesday night for wearing a mask. Joe Biden has worn a mask, as Trump noted, almost every time he's appeared in public. And today, Joe Biden is the one who's tested negative twice for coronavirus and is still out there on the campaign trail with 32.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to step away from here. I'm sure you can find live coverage on cable news and also here on YouTube. We'll be back soon. Take care.